Good morning, Magic. I'm Gavin Verhey from Wizards of the Coast, and Time Spiral Remastered comes out this weekend, and I know a lot of you are looking for ways to play it. You can play it on Magic Online, of course, but we also have something pretty special, and that's the Time Spiral Remastered pre-release party that's happening online and at your desk at home. You're able to play with paper Magic cards that you've built a sealed deck out of for that event. You'll get 6 packs, perhaps from your local game store, build a sealed deck out of them, and then log on to Spell Table and get ready to battle via webcam. And if you haven't used Spell Table to play webcam Magic before, check out my video on it right here. So I thought I would talk about some things you can do in Limited, but not like the things you can do every time in Limited. No. I want to talk about some very specific combos to keep your eyes out for using the bonus sheet cards that you might not notice otherwise. Ready? Let's go. Combo number 1. If you've played Time Spiral Limited before, you know how powerful Thalids can be. Well, you can really up the production of those sapling tokens by using Proliferate. The set has Contagion Clasp, which is nice, but the card that you really want is Yawgmoth. With Yawgmoth in play, you can pay 2 mana and discard a card to Proliferate. Lets you get those saplings even faster. And then once you make a sapling, you can sacrifice it to give something a counter and draw a card. And then that card that you have in your hand helps fuel your Proliferate again. It's not infinite or anything, but man, is it really powerful. But speaking of infinite combos, let's go to combo number 2. At this point, we probably all know how powerful Mystic Sanctuary can be. It's banned in multiple formats. And well, you can do some pretty nutty stuff here with it in Time Spiral Remastered. There's some pretty straightforward stuff that is very good you can do with just cards like Fathom Seer, Dreamstalker, and Tolarian Sentinel to loop the same spell over and over. But where it really gets nuts is with Walk the Aeons. Walk the Aeons plus Mystic Sanctuary is already 2 extra turns. But if you combo it with a Fathom Seer, well, suddenly that's 3 extra turns. Or with a Tolarian Sentinel, well, you can keep returning your Mystic Sanctuary over and over. So for every card in your hand, you can take an extra turn. And if you really want to take all of the rest of the turns forever, play a Dreamstalker and a Crystal Shard. You can play the Dreamstalker, return the Mystic Sanctuary, play the Mystic Sanctuary, put Walk the Aeons on top of your library, Crystal Shard back the Dreamstalker, and then do it all again next turn. It's pricey, but if you draft just those 4 cards, you can take infinite turns. Admittedly, that's pretty magical Christmas land. But even if you can just do a couple of these things and take a few extra turns, that'll usually seal the game right up. Also, you all know about Reality Acid and Tolarian Sentinels, right? Put those 2 together. Feather has been used to really good effect ever since it showed up in War of the Spark. And for combo number 3, we'll be using this card. A card that combines really well with Feather is Grape Shot. You cast the original Grape Shot targeting Feather, and then all of the Storm copies targeting your opponent and their creatures. When the original one resolves, it'll come back to your hand at the end of the turn for all kinds of future Grape Shot shenanigans. This one is pretty simple to pull off too, so if you open up a Feather, keep your eye out for Grape Shot. Kiki-jiki is always up to no good. And for combo number 4, there's not just 1, but 2 infinite combos on the bonus sheet itself. You can pair kiki-jiki with either Restoration Angel or Zealous Conscripts to make infinite angels or conscripts, respectively. You just tap Kiki to make a copy, target Kiki with the creature that you just made, and then it will refresh Kiki to make another copy, and so on and so forth, until you have a horde of hasty creatures. And then finally, number 5, my personal favorite, Laboratory Maniac plus Leveler. No matter what happens, someone is losing the game. As tempting as it may be, I would probably not try for the turn 3 Maniac, turn 5 Leveler. I would instead keep them in my hand and wait till my opponent is devoid of removal spells to pack that 1-2 punch. Those are a few of my favorites, but there are tons in Time Spiral. What are some of your favorites? Let me know in the comments down below. And speaking of the comments, next week I'm doing a Q&A with the Magic Arena team. So if you have any questions you'd like me to ask them, post those down in the comments too. I'll talk with you again on Wednesday. And in the meantime, may you take all the turns. You got this. In fact, one of the very early pitches for the set, before there was even a bonus sheet of new cards in the old frame, was to use all 3 frames and have every card in the set available in one of the 3 possible frames. Now, this started to raise some pretty weird questions.